Welcome back to razmafzaruk TV. Many of my students always ask me about guards, why guards are so important and why we practice guards. First of all, guards are your main point of any swordsmanship and fighting. Imagine you don't have guards and you just do like this, right? Your middle line is open here, you're going to be in swordsmanship back then, you will be killed. Or in fencing today, you will be countered and it's over. In boxing, imagine you are boxing like that, you're going to be knocked out. In Muay Thai, you're going to be knocked out. In Karate Kyokushin, in anything. Even as I mentioned it many times, you have guard in Greco-Roman wrestling, you have guard in freestyle, and you have guard in all these things. Also in judo, whatever. So the whole thing is to get over the guard, to break the guard, then you can go and strike or throw. So I'm going to show you now, from one guard to the other, we are going to have a transition by doing a cut. But it's not only guard to guard, I will show you how changes of equipment dictates what kind of guard you need to have. And for that you need years of practice in razmafzaruk. The first one is I'm going to have a high guard, the first type of high guard, and I turn, you see that, and I come, get a swing, go to what? Go to cross guard under the armpit. I did that without taking a stand. Of course, I can come and go joloy seba and then be in this guard. Again, I can step back and do this. Three main variations. Of course, side steppings are also possible. I don't do it at the moment. I'm going to show it to you again without taking a step. With taking a step, I go here. And now, without going back, I go here, right? So, this is the first thing I wanted you to take into consideration. This is when I don't have a helmet. You see that it goes very well. And before we go ahead, remember I want you to remember we have a high guard. That's the first one. Second high guard, as you see in the miniatures. Tip backward, tip forward, and this is cross guard under the armpit. Now let me show you something. I have a light Mizuka helmet on. Please take a look at that. Right. So this helmet also worn by light troops, or light armored troops, also archers. So I have this, still very solid wood to protect my hand. Now look at that. I go to a high guard, the first version. I come and cut. You see, nothing happens. Because why? Because I can go across my head without no problem. Most helmets didn't have a spike, right? As you can see in the miniatures, right? Actually, spiked helmets were not as often. If you look at the Tarikh Jahan Goshayi Nadari, most of them have helmets like that with a very light, if I want to call it, a spike on top of it. Because the claim that is going to hit, it is correct, but I'm going to show you how, by doing the right guard, you're going even to avoid it with the high spike. And this shows again how less some people know about swordsmanship and make claims on that. Please take a look at that. I come here, I can cut, right? With no problem. If I cannot go around my head and cut, and I need to cut all the time like that, you are going to be restricted only from this side, meaning that you can cut only here, you can cut here, and you're going to be restricted. But I'm going to show you again. I'm in a high guard, you come and cut. Here is no problem. I can go forward, come جلوی سپر and cut. I can go back and cut. You see all of them, I have no problems, right? As a matter of fact, even if I want to continue, please take a look at that. I stay here, I cut, go back to a high guard again with armpit cut. Okay, armpit cut is no problem because it doesn't depend on what kind of helmet you have, but I can come, right? Now, look at this, I can come جلوی سپر, I can do armpit cut, go back. I can cut here, I can armpit cut forward. I can go back one, twice, you see that? But I can also come, cut. You see, so the helmet does not hinder me, there is no problem whatsoever. I can go around the helmet, cut, and as you say, Shamshir بر دور سر gardandan. It is good sometimes to know Persian and to go to the sources. Shamshir بر سر gardandan. You can see it in many, in Shahnameh and as many other Persian manuals, right? So you can go and cut. And it is extremely important for you to know what I mean here, so you're not going to have misconceptions about that. That being said, let me continue. Okay, this is a heavy helmet, as you can see, which is on top of my head. A heavy helmet, I'm showing you early Safavid heavy helmet, and it has a spike on its top. Now I go through this high guard. If I want to come and go above my head, this is this problem where people discuss that, right? What you do is, you go one, right, trust. You see that you go to the high guard. Once you know that you have this, the second version of the one which I showed you is this. And we have it also with if you don't have a helmet on, that from high guard, one of the pinnacles of a high guard is to feint a trust. But once you feint a trust, you see that a bit. You can go to high guard, second version, right? So if I go from here directly, this is what is going to happen. A small feint, I can go to a high guard. So let me show you it from the side. So I'm here, right? So I go here, I come to a high guard, and I'm here again. So I go here, feint, I go to a high guard, here, right? I'm going to show it to you here. I go here, I go to a high guard, second version. Let me show it to you in a combination. Imagine I'm here, right? I'm here, right? So, what do I do? Here, I cut. You see that? Here, you see? I cut. I'm in high guard, here, I cut. There is no reason to compromise your techniques just by knowing that you need to feint a bit as a high trust, and go to the second high guard. Even if you don't have a high helmet, when we swing, automatically you come to the second high guard, then you go here, right? So because it's a transition. So from the high guard, first version, you go to the second version, and then you go to cross guard under the armpit. So if I'm here again, I come here, right? I come here, I cut. I can do it, with one step, right? So I come here, cut, and then go here, right? I can then go back. I come here, and then do this. You see that it works without any problems. This is what I wanted to part with you. Make sure what kind of equipment you have, know the guards perfectly, and then you will be fine, no matter what kind of helmet you are using.